What's going on, everybody? This Afro Think Tank. So Donald Trump posted a video depicting Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, as apes. Okay. And it was left up there for 12 hours. And everybody is losing their minds. All the news networks are pretending to be shocked. All the Republicans are now taking this opportunity to jump ship and pretending to be shocked. While African Americans are not even the least bit offended, the least bit hurt, and the least bit surprised. What's shameful, all right, is all these Republicans pretending like they didn't know that Donald Trump was racist. Pretending like they didn't know that he was a bigot. They're pretending like this guy has some sort of morals and values that he's falling off from, that he's getting away from, that they're pretending. Keep in mind, he started his political career being racist towards Barack Obama, questioning his citizenship. He started out, his whole life, he's been a racist, adjudicated, all right, racist. He's been sued for his physical and active racism. It's well known that Donald Trump is racist. Everybody knows he's racist. And you guys voted for him anyway. And he's racist amongst many things. He's a pedophile. He's on the Epstein list thousands upon thousands of times. He lies he never tells the truth, right? He's a narcissist, all right? He suffers from affluenza, all right? He's a failure, but you guys voted for him anyway. I wonder how all you black Republicans feel. All you conservatives who are campaigning for Donald Trump, thinking that he liked you. Because he said a couple times, black people built America. Yeah. But under his breath, he said, because we made them niggas do it. All right, listen. First of all, being called a monkey is not an insult. I've said this in my video. Call me an ape. That's not an insult. You know, most of the world worships apes. Those are divine creatures. Apes are some of the most intelligent and strong and powerful creatures in the world. You calling me, my people, an ape is not disrespectful. Now, when it comes to biology, you European Neanderthal barbarians are the closest to actual biological apes, right? We are more advanced as Africans, but calling me an ape, calling my people an ape, it's not an insult as much as you want it to be, you know? I mean, Vegeta is an ape. Goku is an ape. Wukong is an ape. Asians and Indians worship apes. Apes are deified, godlike animals in the animal kingdom. So comparing me to a godlike creature, hey, it's a compliment. And anybody really expect him to apologize? Somebody show me when Donald Trump ever apologized. He doesn't apologize. He learned that from his mentor. I forgot the guy's name, but it was a mentor that told him never apologize for anything. Right? It is a strategy, nonetheless. And it's not rooted in truth, but it's a strategy. Right? And so he learned that honestly. That's why you never see Donald Trump apologize for anything. Right? I mean, did we all forget how Elon Musk, right? Also a guy that's on the Epstein list, right? You forgot how he threw up the Hitler sign at the Republican convention? Did we forget that? I mean, did the Republicans, are they suffering from some kind of amnesia? Because they've been supporting this racist president this entire time. As long as they get their pet projects done. As long as it serves their interest, but now it doesn't serve their interest for Donald Trump to be racist, seeing how he's losing power. You see, Donald Trump, the one thing you can respect about him, right? Not him personally, but you can respect about him is he's an open racist. I can see his racism. You Republicans, you hide your racism, right? You don't stand on business, all right, as people like to say now. You ain't standing on business. Y'all like to be racist in the background. Y'all like to pass racist legislation. Y'all like to use words silent to mask your racism. You see Donald Trump's old school racist. He's just racist. And he old too. Y'all know them old senile geezers be. They don't know how to. They ain't all there. They lost their faculties, so he don't even know how to hold it in. Donald Trump used to kind of know how to hold it in, but he doesn't now, right? And if all the things that he's doing right now has not indicated he was racist, I don't know why anybody is pretending to be shocked. You see, all the news networks, they loving this. They're not shocked. They know this is just something they can add to their news cycle to make some money. Right? That's all it is. Nobody's shocked. Did we forget that he said our Haitians and brothers and sisters were eating cats and dogs? He literally just made that shit up. Right? Did he not say that all African countries are shithole countries? I mean, come on now. All the stuff he's done said about black people, all of it. And just because he shares a picture of African black people, Obama and Michelle Obama, who's not on the Epstein list, by the way. One of the very few rich and powerful connected individuals that's not on the Epstein list, by the way. And he actually earned his Nobel Peace Prize, by the way. And he did 2 terms, back to back, by the way, with no controversy, except for that tan suit. That goddamn tan suit, man. They lost their goddamn mind in tan suit. That tan suit, man. He almost got impeached because of that tan suit, because he had a nerve to wear a tan suit. Remember that? But guess what? He's not. He's not on the Epstein list, right? Look, Donald Trump was literally riding around on Epstein's jet during his campaign. Nobody cared about that, huh? That just wasn't significant that he had access to Epstein's jet, private jet. The one he been on when, Epstein was alive. Him and his best friend used to go to the island and have fun with little kids. Yeah. They just came out with the little 14, remember the 14-year-old girl? They admitted that the 14-year-old girl was being sent to Donald Trump to perform oral activities on him. Like, that just gloss. Why is that not getting more press? That's what America should be talking about in the news cycle, not him calling us a majestic creature, right? Why do we care that he called one of the greatest presidents in American history and one of the most successful presidents in American history a majestic creature? He basically called him Goku. He called him Vegeta. He called him a Super Saiyan. He called him Wuhan. That's really a compliment. I mean, I know they didn't mean it as a compliment, but I'm taking it. I'll always take you calling me a monkey as a compliment, because you wouldn't say it in my face, just like you wouldn't say it in the monkey's face, because a monkey rip your motherfucking face off. As we know, monkeys tend to rip white people's face off because, they like to buy monkeys and shit. They love them so much. They love monkeys. So I'm not shocked. Every indication of this entire administration has been that they're racist. This is literally a neo-Nazi administration. This should be the least of anybody's concerns. This shouldn't even have made it into the cycle of news cycle, because this is just a continuation of what he's been doing. This is not the first racist thing he shared. How about we concentrate on the Epstein files? That's offensive. How about we do that? How about we concentrate on the Epstein files? That's what we need to get to. That's the stuff that everybody needs to talk about. Nothing else. Nothing else but the Epstein files. Because you Republicans who knew that he was a criminal, you Republicans who knew he was a pedophile, you Republicans knew that he was racist, you voted for him and you supported him 100%. So if anybody should be offended, it should be Donald Trump. Donald Trump should be offended that you Republicans are all of a sudden acting falsely appalled that he's a racist when you all are racist. He's just got big saggy chitlin balls and he's willing to just say the shit, because what he got to lose? He got how many more years left in his life? He can't be held accountable. He's not going to be held accountable. He's going to get to die and get away with everything he's ever done. So that's the truth. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Afro Think Tank, learn something, teach something. I'm out.
So, do you have any questions, John?
Mr. President? Social media post that you took down earlier today, the White House says that a staffer sent it. Who sent it, and are you going to fire them?
No, I looked at it. I saw it, and I just looked at the first part. It was about voter fraud in someplace, Georgia. There was a lot of voter fraud, 2020 voter fraud, and I didn't see the whole thing. I guess during the end of it, there was some kind of a picture that people don't like. I wouldn't like it either, but I didn't see it. I looked at the first part, and it was really about voter fraud and the machines, how crooked it is, how disgusting it is. Then I gave it to the people. Generally, they look at the whole thing, but I guess somebody didn't, and they posted, and we took it down, and we did it. But that was a voter fraud that nobody talks about. They don't like to talk about that post. We took it down as soon as we found out about it.
Mr. President, a number of Republicans are calling on you to apologize for that post. Is that something you're going to do?
No, I didn't make a mistake. I mean, I look at a lot of thousands of things. I looked at the beginning of it. It was fine. And they had that one post, and I guess it was a takeoff. By the way, a lot of people covered. If you look at where it came from, I guess it was a takeoff on The Lion King. And certainly it was a very strong post in terms of voter fraud. Nobody knew that was at the end. If they would have looked, they would have seen it. And probably they would have had the sense to take it down. But that was a takeoff on The Lion King. And a lot of people were covered on in different positions. So, but I spoke to Tim Scott. He was great. Tim is a great guy. He understood that 100%.
Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! We most definitely cannot forget about the people of Sudan.
Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's Pan-Africanism or nothing.